talk about the forecast around here. Some change up this weekend.
Yeah.
Back to the cool weather.
I can't believe it.
You know, it's like we missed out on all the cold
ready
weather
for the spring.
in January, February, and it's like Mark said, you know what? We've got some time to make up here.
Yeah.
So going back in time a little bit to some weather we typically would have had in middle of February. It does feel like the months were flipped. You know, you look at the trees right now, and it feels like mid-April, but the weather feels like mid-February out there. We've got some rain. It's a cold rain in a few spots, but it's going to get much colder overnight as that rain begins to move out. You see the movement off to the east. It's not too far away from getting out of here. By tomorrow morning, I expect many areas will be down in the 40s. And again, could be one of those days where the low temperature actually happens tomorrow night before midnight because the cold air will be funneling in throughout the day. You see the rain chances really next couple of hours about it. When we get into the overnight, especially by tomorrow morning, really no issues for your Saturday. So you got that soccer game, flag football, t-ball, softball, baseball, wherever you have it planned outside should be okay. Now the ground's going to be wet, fields are going to be a little soggy from the rain tonight, but there will not be any rain falling from the sky as conditions dry out. In fact, the sun will come out, the wind will pick up, so as the day goes on, we should be able to dry those fields out fairly quickly. But the morning, they could be kind of soggy. The story is going to be the cold air because we're only going to be in the mid-50s tomorrow with a northwest wind and really cold as we go into Sunday and Monday. You see that cold front blasting through the region tonight. That ushers in this really cold air as we go into Saturday and Sunday. In fact, we're talking about freeze warnings likely creeping back up. Already have a freeze watch for tomorrow night. So this is the heads up for the potential freeze warning, which I think is going to be a certainty for tomorrow night. Even frost advisories for some areas. And it won't be the only night that we see a freeze. I really think Monday morning and Tuesday morning, which means Sunday night into Monday morning and Monday night into Tuesday morning. Remember, the low temperature happens in the morning hours, not so much in the evening. So typically these lows are your morning lows from the overnight period as we go into the morning. So a couple cold nights there ahead. Now, as far as rainfall, today's about it for a while. We're going to get into a nice dry stretch here. Maybe some rain chances later in the week, but most of the areas are going to stay dry. Pollen, though, I think this is going to be one thing we're going to see come roaring back. Not that it ever went away. It's been pretty high, but the next couple of days kind of hovering in that medium to high range. But with the slow warm up and the windy conditions developing over the next several days and really into next week, I think the pollen is going to get really bad here by the time we get to this time next week, because that's also when we're going to see that southwest wind, the ridge redeveloping, and very warm temperatures returning. So over the next 4 or 5 days, we will see some cold weather, but that should be about it for a while as temperatures warm back up and we get into that wild ride, which is very typical of March. So hour by hour, Saturday, upper maybe mid-50s in a few spots, but certainly a windy day. Cold on Sunday, a freeze in the morning, and we're going to struggle to even get out of the 40s, and that's with full sunshine. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. You see the ramp up in temperatures. So yeah, this 7 day starts really chilly, but notice it gets warmer and warmer. In fact, by next Thursday and Friday, we could see temperatures maybe pushing the low 80s and then mid 70s by the weekend, but more rain will be in the offing as well by next week. Okay.